Good. Okay. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, welcome to the teaching demo and the job talk. Mr. Bach, yeah, welcome to our WKU CBPM, the department, the teaching demo and the job talk. Thank you again for your participation. This is Jerry. This is Dr. Jerry Choi, and here is Dr. Chad, and Dr. Somkyat, and Dr. Maji. Okay, and we expecting one more committee member, the Rob, and probably he's, but all right, yeah, let's see. Let's start first. Okay, today we will have the teaching demo and job talk to listen from you. And that will be structured as first, you'd better to start with the teaching demo for around 15 minutes. And after teaching demo, we can talk and about your research and teaching and the service potentials in here. Okay, so then, okay, here we go. Good. So far, so good. And do you listen from us clearly, Mr. Bach?
Sometimes I lost my connection, so.
Okay. So can you hear us?
So if you don't hear my voice, please tell me. Yeah, right now it's okay. So if you don't hear my voice, please tell me.
Okay, so here is okay. Here is totally okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Dr. Somkyat and Dr. Maji, so are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So then, yeah, okay. So can we ask to Mr. Bob to make a presentation? Okay, so Mr. Bob, can you share us? Do you have a PowerPoint, or do you want to have any teaching material? Do you want to share?
So I prepared the PPT. So can you give me some? Co-host. I cannot share my PPT right now because I'm not a host.
I will make you as a co-host, and you can share. You can share your PowerPoint.
And then I'm sending my PowerPoint to the chatting room, so you can see
share your
screen. PPT to the file. Yeah, I'm gonna share it right now.
Okay, so we can hear that.
Can you see that? Can you see my screen?
Yes, really. Okay, so we hear that. Yeah, we can see that. And Dr. Somkyat, Dr. Maji, so can you see the PPT?
I can see that. Yeah, we can
see. Okay, good. Okay, give me a second. Okay, good. So that's fine. Okay, so then, yeah, let's start.
So shall we start? So before I start the presentation, thank you for inviting me to this teaching demo and the interview. So I'm so glad to meet you, all of you, on online. So what I prepared today is the introduction to business analytics, and this teaching material is aiming for delivering content to undergraduate students. So let's get started. So what is business analytics? Business analytics is the use of data, information technology, statistical analysis, quantitative methods, and mathematical models to help managers gain improved insight about their business operations and make better and fact-based decisions. So in other words, it is process of transforming data into actions through analysis and insights in the context of decision-making and problem-solving. So here explains the typical examples of the business analytics in which the analytics would be beneficial. So business analytics are used across many areas in many organizations to improve the management of customer relationships, financial and marketing activities, human capital, supply chains, and many other areas. So for example, manufacturers use analytics for production planning, purchasing, and inventory management. So modern business analytics now can be viewed as an integration of business intelligence, information systems, statistics, and modeling and optimization. So while the core topics, these three core topics are traditional and have been used for decades, the uniqueness of BA lies in their intersection. For example, data mining is focused on better understanding characteristics and patterns among variables in large database using analytical tools, and simulation and risk analysis relies on spreadsheet models and statistical analysis to examine the impacts of uncertainty in the estimates. And what if analysis refers to how specific combination of inputs that reflect the key assumption will affect the model output. So, and what if analysis is also used to assess the sensitivity of optimization models to change in data input and provide better insight for making good decisions. The most useful component of the BA is actually visualization. So visualizing data and analysis results provide a way of easily communicating data at all levels of business, and it can reveal the surprising patterns and relationships. And for example, so UPS uses the telematics to capture vehicle data and display them to help make decisions to improve the efficiency and the performance. You can hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so business analytics have three major components: descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive. So each of categories uses different tools, and the use of the analytics depends on the type of business and the operation a company is involved. So let's get into the details. So first is descriptive analytics. So most businesses start with the descriptive analytics. So it is the use of data to understand past and current business performance and make informed decisions. So it is most commonly used and most well understood type. So these techniques categorize, characterize, and consolidate and classify the data to convert into useful information to understand the business performance. So in other words, descriptive analytics summarize data into meaningful charts and reports. So typical questions that descriptive analytics help answer might be, how much did we sell in each region? Or what was our revenue or profit last year? Next is predictive analytics. Predictive analytics look for predicting the future by examining historical data and detecting patterns or relationship in the data. So for example, marketers might wish to predict the response of different customer segments to advertising campaign. Moreover, using advanced techniques such as the machine learning algorithms, predictive analytics can help detect the hidden patterns in large quantity of data. So example might be the spam detection in message. Last one is the prescriptive analytics. So prescriptive analytics use optimization to identify the best alternatives to minimize or maximize the objects. So basically, prescriptive analytics address questions like, how much should we produce to maximize the profits? For example, we may determine the best pricing and advertising strategy to maximize the revenue. Let's look at the example. So as you probably know from your shopping experiences, so most department stores and fashion retailers clear their seasonal inventory by reducing costs. So key question they are facing is, what price should they set and by how much they should cut the price to maximize the revenue. So in this case, descriptive analytics can be used to examine the historical data for similar products to understand what the results from the past decisions, while the predictive analytics can be used to predict the sales based on the pricing decisions. Finally, prescriptive analytics can be applied to find the best set of the pricing decisions to minimize the total revenue.
Okay, so can I ask a question? Okay, so you are talking about a business analytics to conduct the prescriptive decisions or the predictive decisions or the descriptive decisions. And what is the biggest difference between the traditional marketing research or the traditional quantitative analysis from the business analytics?
So in BA, we can divide into the three components, but the main difference from the traditional one is the use of the data to give the insights for making the decision. So they used a lot they produce the data and then they analyze the data and they classify the data and like all the characterized data. So they do something with the data to get the insights about the making decisions. So they want to give some insights to the decision making process. So main thing is the data and how to use the data and then giving the insights for the decision making process.
Business case. So then the traditional data, traditional approaches that we are cultivating where we are using the primary data while business analytics use the secondary data?
You can say that we can actually it's not divide the primary and the secondary, but the BA use the historical data. So the company's cumulative data, historical data, like what the customers bought and what the customers research, something like that, and then they analyze the historical data to make some insight for the future. So it's not about the primary and secondary data.
So then simply, so what is the biggest difference between the traditional approach from the business analytics?
So what I think is the BAs is evolved from the traditional approaches. The main theme is similar, but still the approaches to the data might be different, I think.
Okay.
So the data mining or simulation and risk and optimization, those kind of things is developed in modern days. So how to approach to the data is the main difference, I think.
Okay, so the purpose is similar, but however the approach or the techniques are somewhat different.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Can I continue?
Yeah, please.
So since the BA, the business analytics, is the data-driven decision-making approach, so it keeps emphasizing the data. Then what is the data? So data means the numerical facts and figures that collected through the measurement process. And when we analyze the data, we can get information. Some examples of the data might be the internal sources such as the annual reports, accounting audits, or human resource measurement. Other example might be the external data sources like economic trends and marketing research. Perhaps the most important source of the data today is the data obtained from the web. So such as the number of page views and products they search and the reviews the customer read and many others. So, and this type of data is huge volume of the various formats and it is available in real time. And this refers to the big data. So big data is high volume, high velocity, and high variety information. And it comes from many sources and comes in various formats, such as the numerical, texture, and even audio and video data. So in business analytics, big data helps to analyze a broader range of data from all sources and helps the company to make a better decisions. So this is why the big companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook, like they have been spending millions of dollars on big data and analytics. And this is also the reason why today's business consider the analytics and big data as important technology to embrace. So let's get into the examples that uses the big data analytics. So Netflix, as you know, they collect a massive amount of behavior data, such as the rating or search behavior, or which device is the watch, or when is the program is the pause, and so on. And then Netflix process those data to reveal the insight, useful insights, such as finding the next smash hit series. So for example, Netflix spent $100 million of a House of Cards. So it's one of the political TV show in Netflix, and it's one of my favorite. And because they were confident the show could be marketed successfully to the audience. So they already knew that it will be appeal to the fans of the original British House of Cards, and they also knew that they have a built-in fan bases from the directors and actors like Kevin Spacey. And Netflix also, yeah, by using this big data, Netflix also can provide a good estimate of what a user might like based on what they previously watched. So this recommendation actually influences 80% of content we watch on Netflix. So this Netflix examples highlights not only the importance of the gathering the data, but also the importance of how to use the big data. So the big data is not about the data itself. So it is about the how to use it. So it's analytics. So, and I brought the two cases that can briefly show what the business analytics look like. So first one is the building the brand perception by using the social media data. So here's the situation. So companies always look for what the consumers really say and think about them. So they recently want to get evidence from the social media where people share the reviews about the brands, products, and services. So, and key question from here is how consumers actually perceive the brands in social media platforms. So in this case, we can examine the Instagram data, especially the hashtag, by using the text mining technology and the network analysis to insights about the brand perception. So first, we need to gather the data from the Instagram post. So we can gather all the hashtags co-occurring with the relevant branded hashtags. Then we can calculate the term frequency, inverse document frequency to derive the representative hashtag for the given brand. Then we can calculate the semantic similarity between those representative hashtags for each brand and the personal dimension, the brand personality dimensions. And then with the similarity results, we can build a network to show the competitive structure in the market.
I have a question though.
Yes.
To calculate the similarity, what kind of algorithm did you use and why you choose that similarity measure?
So there is a lot of ways to calculating the semantic similarities, but I chose the cosine similarity, which I tried many other algorithms, but the cosine similarity was the best fit for my data, this data. So any other questions, or can I continue?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Sure. So here's the bipartite network that connects the brands with the relevant personal dimensions. So this network explains how consumers perceive from the brands. So, and next results, this network explains the competitive structure in each brand personality dimension. So we can obtain the dynamics of the competitive structure, such as the number of competitors or the relative strength of each competitor from our network results. So, and next case is the online grocery store. So here's the thing. So Big Baskets is the first comprehensive online grocery store in India, and the chief technology officer identified two problems while placing orders on mobile. So first problem is the mobile phone takes too much time to scroll down. And second problem is the many customers tend to forget items they need. So big baskets want to build a product recommendation algorithm, which is called a smart basket, to handle those problems. And then the key question is, how do we build a smart basket for customer? And then we can simply use the rank algorithm to build a recommendation system, because customers mostly keep buying similar items from the grocery store. So the items they buy can be ranked based on their purchase pattern. And then next time a customer comes to buy, these recommendations can show the items based on the rank. That's the concept here. So here I made a simple sample data. So first table shows the item present in different baskets purchased by the specific customer. And with this data, we can drive how the items are related to each other with the second table in the matrix. So the number in the second table, the matrix, refers to the number of times the items appear together. So for example, potato has a one common basket with bread, and milk has the two common baskets with the eggs. And then we can calculate the relationship coefficient by this equation for rank. So for example, if item 1 refer to the bread and item 2 refer to the potato, then the numerator of the equation, the number of basket in which potato and bread appear together, is 1. So this is 1. Remember in the second table. So, and then the denominator, the number of times other items appear together with bread in all baskets, is 9. So the relation coefficient becomes 1/9, which is the 0.111. And then this means that if potato appears in the baskets, and then there's a probability of 0.111 that bread will also appear in the baskets. And with the relationship coefficients, that we can generate the rank equation as follows. And these equations shows how the ranks of all the items can be expressed in terms of the rest of items the customer purchases. And then the final probability can be obtained by solving those equations multiple times. And in these examples, we have the milk for the highest ranks. So if a smart basket, the recommender system, needs to provide the 3 items to customers, it might be the milk, potato, and detergent. And this result also allows predicting what the customer might have forgotten. So if customer buys milk and detergent, and one item is missing, if one item needs to be predicted, then it will be the potato. So thank you for listening my teaching demo. So any other questions?
Any other questions? Okay, good. Okay, thank you so much. So that's okay. For me, that's okay. And oh, this is Rob. Robbie's okay. Robbie's here.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, Chad, do you have any questions?
Nice to meet you.
Rather than a question, it's a little bit of comment though. I like the case that is what he has been studied. But if that is a real teaching demo for the undergraduate, you might need to using more images or easy way to deliver to students. But I mean, it was very interesting study.
Yeah, this is short. But however, in the real teaching cases, maybe he can show the more
I
cases.
agree with that.
Dr. Mao, do you have any question?
No, not for now. No.
Okay. Songkya, do you have any question for teaching demo?
No, not for the teaching demo. I have other question.
Okay, good. So then, okay, thank you so much. And can we shift our gear? Okay, so then, can we ask a few number of the questions about your research and on other teachings?
Yes, please.
Okay, good, good. First question is okay. So unfortunately, you are ABD now.
Right.
Okay, so then will you graduate soon? Do you have any plan to defend your dissertation soon?
So if I have a chance to get in your school, then
Oh,
I can graduate on the May in
May?
this May.
Okay. Oh, this May.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I already talked with the committees and my advisors
Yeah.
and about my graduations, and then
Hmm.
they all okay with my graduate on the May, so it will be no problem.
Okay, so May will be okay. May will be okay. Good. And another question is, okay, so can you please tell us about your teaching experiences according to your CV? You have a few number of the teaching assistant experiences, and one outside teaching something. Outside teaching.
Only instructor.
Yeah.
Instructor as in where? Instructor as a business planning, Seoul School of the Integrated Science and Technology,
Yes.
서울 과학기술대,
So yeah.
서울 과기대
과학기술종합대학원. 과학기술종합대학원입니다.
in
In
Seoul.
Korean. Yeah, in Seoul. So actually they invited many foreign students to the school.
Ah, okay.
And then they provide the programs like exchange programs.
Okay.
So I had a chance to teach the business planning for 18 German students in English.
German students?
Yeah, so 18 German students came to the Korea to learn about the business management.
Really? Okay, so,
Yeah.
okay, German students. Okay, so can you tell me about your teaching style and the teachings of that experiences?
So basically what I want to do in the teaching is my teaching philosophy is to achieve the active learning by building the positive learning environment. So I want to, rather than just giving the one-way presentation from the teachers, I want to all participate in the classroom. So I want students to have a hands-on experience with the in-class activities, and I want to encourage that critical thinkings and effective communication skills. So what I did in the business planning class, that's I gave the lecture in the beginning, and then I prepare many in-class activities to learn about what topics are with the experiences and communicate with the students. And then beyond that, I hope to be a mentor who provides the students with the valuable advices in every aspect in their lives. So I want to be a teacher and a mentor in both ways.
I bet that those German students must be aggressive, didn't they?
Actually, yeah. Actually, what I thought before getting into the class is that German students are very aggressive like you, but actually they were really, really kind and really, really participate in every aspect. And then they love to come to Korea, and they love all the examples, like all the activities in Korea. So I was very enjoyable at that time.
Okay. Oh, so what if that those students are not very participative in classes, and how you can encourage them to participate in class?
So actually, they were all the participate in the class, but if there's a case that some students who cannot participate in the classroom, then I might listen to what the situation first, what their situation first, and then I want to encourage them with the basic steps. So they might not understand what the lectures are, so I might give some extra activities or extra homeworks to the basic baby steps, step by step, to understand and encourage them to motivate themselves to participate in the class.
Can I have a question? Hi.
Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
I
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay, you mentioned that you design many different activities to motivate hands-on learning. Could you give some examples about what kind of activities or projects that you design for the class to motivate students learning? Thank you.
So, one fun example might be I was teaching about the HR, so in the business planning, and then I prepare some activities is to teach about the hierarchical procedures. So I assigned the students about the roles. So two students were the managers, and like 10 students were working for those managers, and rest of them is in other companies. And then those two companies has to negotiate about the product and prices, all of things. And then I gave the real money, and then actually they pretend to working in those companies, and then the managers assign their works to their people, and then the managers actually with those results, actually managers goes to the other companies to negotiate their products and then sell those products. And I so I prepare those kind of activities so they can um, learn those cooperation environment and how to deal with their managers and how to deal with their people, something like that. So that was the most enjoyable activities I remember.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you for your examples. Just a follow-up, because I know that for a management concept, it might be easier to design all the different simulations or games. But how about business analytics? Do you have any experience, to motivate students in analyzing the data, but using a different, not the normal way for teaching?
Actually, I don't have a teaching experience on the business analytics. However, I studied the business analytics with my colleagues in the lab in my school, and then we learned the same thing. Keep going on the machine learning with the Python algorithm. So and then if the one colleague is not cannot understand what's going on, we all together give the lectures and some presentations about the coding and the concepts and how the procedures to make them follow through the curriculum. So that was my experience. And then if I have a chance to teach the BA, I might prepare more real life examples, and then prepare many data to actually they can use my lecture and coding in the data.
just once outside of the question, outside of the teaching something, okay? So you are majoring the business analytics is clear, and however you major research or the teaching focus is marketing, right?
Right.
Okay, and however you complete your business BBA and the masters in the management. Okay,
Yeah,
so
right.
can you cover the outside of the can you cover the management courses like business planning or the business strategy, HR or something? So outside of the general the principles of management, can you cover those kind of courses too?
Yes. So my main teaching interest is the BA and Python programming, but generally I'm open to teaching many other courses like marketing, management, MIS, everything I learned in undergrad and master programs. Yeah.
Okay, good. So, okay, that's nice. That's a strategy. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so do you have any question about the teaching, potential teaching something? Songkya, do you have any teaching related question?
I have a question. Do you have any teaching experience in marketing area?
I didn't have a chance to teach the marketing, but I have a teaching assistant experience on marketing and the consumer behavior.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, good.
I saw that you have some research actually done in marketing area. So what kind of journal? I saw that you have a few working papers. What kind of journal are you planning to submit this paper to?
So actually, I plan to submit on the Journal of Marketing Research or other management journals, but we are preparing the manuscript right now. So I'm talking with the advisors about the journal right now. So we didn't decide yet, but we're gonna decide soon. So we already prepared the manuscript of the movie critic review research.
But you got an award from the conference of the ANA
Right.
last year. ANA, Academy of the
Yeah,
Management.
last year.
Oh, last year.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so gradually. So can we talk more about it? Your research about it, the AMA best of the best paper in conference award, the paper research. What did you do
So
at the research?
so in short, we emphasize the individual level of the movie critic review. So and we crawled all the data from the online websites, and then so in the movie industry, so the movie critic reviews always considered as an aggregate level, so average.
Like
And
a
then
Rotten Tomato?
Yeah, right. So they average the critic
Yeah.
review, not individually. So because they consider that the consumer review is more valuable than the critic review in the movie industry. So,
Yeah.
but we think if we consider the movie critic individually, because they are experts and then they have each knowledge on different genres. So if we consider individually, then we can get different results on the movie revenue predictions. That's the concept of our research. And then we apply 3 innovative techniques to deal with the data problems, such as the missing values and complexity of the data. Because we considered each movie critics reviews as the variable. So it's more than 2,000 variables in our data. So it's really huge. So first we apply the matrix completion to fill in the missing value referring to the historical data. And then we make the prediction on movie revenue with the deep neural networks. And then we try to open the black box of the neural network, show the which variable, so which critic has a higher impact on the prediction accuracy. So we apply one of the machine learning interpretation algorithm, which is the state-of-art algorithm. So local interpretable model agnostic explanation, which calls the line, to figure out who is the knowledgeable critic that have a bigger impacts on the model predictions. That was my research on, and then that get the award from the AMA.
Okay, good. And you are now doing that kinds of the machine learning by using the machine learning and the text mining or the data mining, those kind of things as your main research topic?
Yes, and text mining or the neural network with the Python, yeah.
Okay, good. And Chad, do you have any question about the research?
More about, okay, one for the teaching and one for the research. The first thing is for the teaching. Sometimes you have to deal with many students. So in that case, what would be your strategy to dealing with, massive students?
Teaching?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you have a lot of the students in classes, for example, we have 31 or 40 students in a class.
40 students?
3 or 4 sections.
So altogether it's 120 or 30. So
what if we have a lot of the students, 120 students every semester? How you can deal with that?
in that case, there's no right answer. I know. However, I just wanted to know what if you had that kind of situation, what would be the best approach you are dealing with the massive demand of students?
First of all, if we have even though we have a total more than 100 students, if the class is divided into 30 or 40, I think it's not a big it's not a big class. I think in the 30 or 40 is not a big deal, I think. And then if they have a problem with my lectures and all the contents, then I can open the another sessions or the meeting sessions to answer those questions with the students individually, so they can follow the lectures step by step.
Okay, research.
Yeah, for the research, you said it seems like obviously you are massively using the taxonomies and social network science part. So my question is matrix completion. So what this is, now, could you more elaborate what is matrix completion?
So it's like when you build a matrix, like I will show with this example. Can you see my screen, right? So I will give you the examples with this matrix. So in the second table, we build a matrix on with those baskets, the items, and then the 0 is the blank. There's a blank in the data, right? Because not the if you think about the movie critics, then all movie critics will not answer all the movies. They do not watch all the movies, and they do not leave all the reviews on every movie. So there might be some blank in the data points. And then in the matrix completions, they have a historical data with like 1, 3, 2, 1, those reviews, and then they actually predict what those critics will review about that movie with the historical data. So it's actually like a prediction. So we need to fill in the data, so we use the matrix completion in this research.
Yes, actually what I meant is like the recommendation system is about predicting the blank based on like the collaboration features or some similarities and the others. But the matrix completion is somehow it's like a more mathematical explanation what this is. So what is
the mathematical?
What is the algorithm behind matrix completion?
I think that is a categorization process. Okay, so then even though that there is a matrix, and the matrix must have a missing values or the missing something, and or the obscure or the unclear something. And in that case, based on the text mining or the algorithm something, machine learning techniques, maybe we can make a category something. And then we can allocate those kind of categorized data into the missing matrix, and then we can complete that matrix.
The data is probability of the specific probability of the specific the item they exist or not, right?
Maybe there was unclear matrices, and if we have a missing matrix or something, maybe we can overflow, or we can step down, or we can bypass something, and we can calculate another, and based on the category we can return it back.
My proposal is I know what it is, and I know what the basic things you are explaining. That is basics of recommendation system. So I just personally and as scholarly wondered or wanted to know more about what is the matrix completion specific algorithm you adopted.
Did you use the specific algorithm like a machine learning tools or behind of something, Markov something?
So it's based on the low rank algorithm. So one of the variants on the matrix completion problem is find the lowest rank of the matrix, which matches to the historical ranking order. Yeah. That's what you want to ask, right?
Yes.
We got it. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So Songkya, do you have any question about research?
No, I don't have any question. Yes.
Okay. So Rob, do you have any question? Good. Okay. So far so good. Okay. Professor Dr. Ma, do you have any question?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay. So then, Okay, thank you so much. We cover almost everything. Okay, good. And Mr. Bach, do you have any questions to us?
Actually, I have two questions.
Okay.
So, what is the research support or demand from your school?
Uh, research support. Okay, so we cover the conference, and when you publish SSCI level of the publications, definitely we support. We reward your publication. That's not a small one. Okay, so when you, for example, when we publish the SSCI, we got around $1,000 something.
Yes,
Thousand,
right.
more than $1,000. It depends. Okay, and then those our CJ, our dean, the CJ, and he has a specific the HR process, HR something. If you want to focus on the research and if you perform good at the research production, and maybe he can give you you can get a compensation of the lower the teaching load or the lower service load or something. So we have a general support, and we have a financial support. And yeah, nowadays we are now searching for the Chinese government research fund or something. So then so we have a good package of the research support.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then the next question is
Yeah.
about the students. So what is the major goals of the most students in your school? So what is they want to
Study abroad.
do?
Okay.
What they want to learn?
Okay, Chad, you first.
Just it's been just about one semester ago. What I've been found was many of them are pursuing the higher degree, whether in China or in study abroad. But most of them are they longing to study abroad, and they were quite well decent and well behaved students. That is my impression.
Maybe I can elaborate a little bit more. And we are looking for so from this fall, and we are starting to recruit the business analytics major students in the management department. So that's the first attempt. That's the first attempt of the undergraduate program in China. And thanks to the headquarters, the KNUSA policy, and we are now collaborating each other, and we are now making the business analytics major as one of our flagship major in the management department. And our planning is we want to recruit the best of the best quality of the students all around China. And we hire more than 120 students gradually. And then those 120 students and they go to the KNUSA headquarters for 1 year as an exchange. And gradually we want to have around 500 or 600 the business analytics major students. And then those kind of the undergraduate students will more than 70 or 80% of the students goes to the US or the UK or the abroad, the master's program in the business analytics. So yeah, that is our plan, and that is the reason why we need very quality the business analytics faculty members. That is our plan. So then our students are looking for the master's program or the PhD program in the business analytics program, and they want to grow as one of the best quality of the business analysis expert in the world.
Thank you.
Good. Okay.
That's
And
all
any other
for me.
question? Any other questions?
That's all for me.
Ah, okay. So any questions? Any questions, Dr. Ma?
No,
Okay.
I don't have any questions.
Okay. Dr. Songkia, do you have any further questions?
No, everything good.
Okay. So Chad, okay.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Park, do you have any further question or concern?
No, I don't have a question, but I really enjoy this meeting with you guys. So I look forward to hearing the results from you guys. And then if I have a chance to work with you guys, it will be very valuable time for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so then
Okay,
that's
thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you
you.
for your service. Thank you for your joining. Okay, so that is all, and we complete, and then please let me have your evaluation sheet as soon as possible, and then we will report it to our CJ, to our dean. Okay, as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you so much, Mr. Bach, and thank you for your
Thank
precious
you.
time.
Thank
Thank
you. Have a
you.
wonderful evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Okay.
Stop there.
Stop there. Okay, good. Oh, good. Where is recording? And